Hey guys, I see you guys are here. Happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday. Hey, Keisha, Contessa, Dee, Teresa, Rakia, Trina. Hi. Okay, that's all you guys. So Dee, what time zone are you in? Sorry, it's 12 Eastern time. I had to kind of get acclimated over here, get some things up and running. I was going to try and do Instagram, but it's too much going on there. Too much going on over there. So guys, I don't know, y'all probably have seen, today is like, it's not the best day for me. And, but it's Monday. Y'all know Monday is my favorite day of the week. It just is like the best day to be productive. It's the best day to set, just tackle some goals. It's the best day to pour into people. But guess what, guys? Y'all got to pour into me today. But I'm going to stick to my schedule, my regular scheduled routine. One thing, I hope I don't cry. I hope I keep it together. On my way to work today, this is my first time I ever done this. I was like, my day just cannot get no worse. I hit a squirrel, guys, a baby squirrel. Maybe it was a teen squirrel. I don't know. But it wasn't a full-grown squirrel. And I'm swerving and just trying not to hit this freaking squirrel. And I'm like, what is going on? Because he just would not move. He would like go up a little bit, maybe like a foot. So I go that way. Then he go up some more. It was like I could not get out of this squirrel's way. And I almost broke down right there on the road because I looked in my rearview mirror, and I ain't gonna say no graphics, but I clearly got him. So I'm just hoping and praying. I'm like, maybe he went under the truck. He didn't go under the truck, guys. So I'm like, so the whole time, right, to work, right, I wanted to go live to kind of, because you guys was getting, stop crying. I couldn't stop crying. So I got through it, though. I'm here. So I just want to tell you guys, I know y'all as business owners, I know a lot of you guys see me, and you see me on 1,000 all the time, but it's not like that every day. I am human. I do have feelings. I do go through things. And guess what? Life happens to me as well. And today just happened to be one of them days. So I'm just going to, God knows that wasn't my intentions. I was really trying to get out that squirrel's way. And I was like, I don't know what to do, but it was, I don't know. It was just one of them things. It was just weird. So y'all bear with me today because I still like on my spirit. But, Mondays is for motivation. So to give me something back, I'm trying to tell you, your girl cup need to be a little filled up a little bit because it's running kind of empty. Okay. But all this month though, right? So Tuesday, tomorrow we'll be sharing business tips about clients, and just so Mondays is for motivation because even for me, I had an amazing year, right, with the Posh Academy. I'm not gonna lie, I really, really, really did. And now that like the last tour is over, and there's like a lot that's happening in the works that's going on, but I think, I don't know, since right now I don't really have a tour scheduled until March. I have I'm battling with motivation too. It's like, oh man, like what area do I want to target? I know for me, quarter 3 and quarter 4, I was kind of standing back from the Posh Academy and just focusing on kits and fabric and stuff like that, right? Because some other things I wanted to do, like it's some other ventures that I really want to do right now. And since I know I'm not touring, this is the perfect time to not only, tweak some things in my business that I needed to improve upon, but this is a time to scale, to grow, grow team members and just really do the things that's going to be needed for everything I got going on for 2022, right? So I'm not gonna lie, it's like, okay, I kind of like, all right, it sounds cute, but it's not happening right now. So it's like I'm not fully motivated until like I get an email or I talk to one of my business partners or like you guys place an order. Then I'll get excited. But other than that, I think it's just so far away. I'm not like super excited. So I really want to talk about motivation because I want to talk about ways that you can win your motivation back. And sometimes for me this work, sometimes it don't. One way though, I'm gonna tell you, one way. Put fresh face in a fresh little wig. For me, it always works. Always, always, always. Which was why I knew yesterday it was time to take them dreads out. For me, normally when I have my dreads in, that's like grind time. That's like, I know I ain't gonna have time to get up and brush my hair or fix no brows. I ain't gonna have time to do all that. So for me, it's grind time. And now that grind time is over, and, I'm like, okay, I need to feel a little amazing today. And sometimes it's just as simple as looking in the mirror. So I want to tell you guys, like, don't go out looking for it to be validated or looking for somebody to tell you something, or you need to hear something specifically for you to be motivated. Be motivated about your daggone self, okay? Know that you are dope. And sometimes it may put a little effort, right? Sometimes you know, little things or little signs or whatever, you may need to remember that. Do them. Now, I know I used to, back when I was like really manifesting and working on affirmations and all that good stuff, I had this really big mirror in my bathroom, right? And I used to write different quotes on the mirror because that's the first place I go in the morning. I want to immediately experience something positive because there's no telling. I be having nightmares, I fall out, all kinds of things happen at night or throughout the night, right? So when I wake up, I immediately want to be motivated by something positive. And let's just face it, sometimes we don't feel that way all the time. So anytime you're having struggles, like right now, I'm having motivation struggles. And even though I have some amazing stuff going on, but how I transition my business now is like I'm doing things to fire myself, right? So it's a lot still happening, but I'm not physically doing it. So it's like I'm not in the thick of it. And so it's like, it's crazy because that is how you're supposed to position your business to where you are not working in the business, you're working on the business. And I guess that's what I'm doing now. But that ain't fun. It's not like fun, right? So do whatever it is that you kind of need to do to motivate yourself first. Because if you can't get happy about you, I'm going to make you feel positive about yourself. I ain't going to be able to do it. You have to automatically know, for one, that you're worthy. Two, you dope. Y'all know that's my word. Two, that you dope. And three, that you don't need validation from anyone else other than what's already inside, right? Crystal, come on through with it. You can relate. You can relate. Thank you, Ty. This is one of my favorite wigs, y'all. So this wasn't really my intentions on wearing this one, but it got so late when I took out my dreads. And by the time I washed, y'all know how it is, washing hair and getting all that cook out. I was exhausted. So I said, let's just do something quick for today and let's just get through today. So as long as I get through today, guess what, guys? It's always tomorrow. It's always tomorrow. So I want to talk to you guys again, like I said, about clients today. I wanted to specifically talk about toxic clients because I know for me, that's one of the biggest things to make me unmotivated about my business or unmotivated about the relationship or just unmotivated in general, right? So I know one thing I want to tell you guys. As your business grow, a lot of y'all business is growing, child. A lot of y'all business is growing, child, okay? But as your business grow, and we talk about this in class, you have to be prepared. If you're going to a new level, like they say, new levels bring new devils. If that ain't the truth, if y'all feel like everyone, better yet, put no in there, like this video because YouTube likes, and I like likes too. If y'all think that is true, put a like on this video, please, because with new levels come new devils, right? But sometimes when you are transitioning this or scale you're going, you're not going to serve the same kind of client, right? And if you are, let's just say, still working with those toxic clients, y'all know the ones we talk about, the ones that call you all night, the ones that want you to add this and want you to add that, but add money on that invoice. Just all kind of clients that you guys, I know, because I've been there, right? I know what it is. However, once my business started transitioning and started changing, my clientele changed, right? I no longer really deal with people that say, oh, I want to come, but I can't afford it. Like I hear that. I still hear it. Don't think I don't hear it because I do, but I don't hear it like I used to. And I'm so selective in who I work with. And not to say that this level won't change as well, because next year it's going to be some amazing things, some even better things going on. So you really have to, we talked about client avatars in class, and I talked about it last week too. This is so critical to your business. So critical, so critical, so critical. Because at the end of the day, if you're not working with the right clients, that's immediately going to make you feel unmotivated because you're going to feel undercharged, you're going to feel undervalued, you're going to feel all this stuff. And then 9 times out of 10, it's going to lead you to deal or dishing out some half-ass work. I'm just going to say it. because you're not motivated. You put out the best work when you enjoy what you're doing. And that's all across the board. It's not even just about work. It's even in life. You show up the best version of you when you are able to enjoy whatever's around you, whoever's around you. And think that's just the simple God's honest truth, right? Hey, Batiste. Thank you, Alicia. Hey, Crystal. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, it's Cheryl. Hey, I touch your hope. Hey, Cheryl. What Cheryl? I got like 3 shirts. But I want you to go back and like really look at who are you serving. And y'all gonna hear me talk about this a lot, because if you get this wrong, anything else that I talk about, like tomorrow, we'll be talking about boundaries and recognizing it's not you, and straight talk and bless and release and being able to let people go and being comfortable and saying no. If you first cannot identify with who you are serving, who you want to serve, and better yet, who you don't want to serve, guess what? You definitely going to be unmotivated, because you're going to be frustrated, you're going to be overworked and underbooked, because you're trying to talk and service any and everybody that's going to book your services. And I'm trying to tell you, baby, it's a new day. It's a new day. Be selective in who you serve. Be selective in any area of your life, because who is in control of it at the end of the day? It's you. You are the one that's in control of your happiness and your motivation. So that's just simply take a shift of energy, right? If you want something bad enough, you're going to do it. I want to be happy today, and a lot of you guys helped me get there, because just a few hours ago I was boo-hooing because I sat up here and brought this squirrel's life to an end, right? And I'm like, wow. And I immediately thought that the rest of the day was going to be just crappy. I didn't even want to come online, because I didn't think my energy would be able to deliver, or just, I don't know, say something inspiring to anybody, because that's just where I was. But then I realized, like, you guys reach out to me so much, and I'm trying to tell you how dynamic that is, because I realized at the end of the day, it ain't about me, right? It ain't about me. So I'm quite sure for me to get my hand and say something to somebody, that immediately allowed me to, one, change my focus, change my energy, and just be in a totally different space. I am not where I was an hour. Am I, Jazz? Am I where I was an hour ago? Oh. Jazz is about to leave. I'm trying to tell you. She's about to leave me in here. I'm trying to tell you. So it's just like, it's a matter of really realizing what you want. And we just had this conversation, really realizing what you want, and then making all the implements and all the changes to actually get it, right? But if you don't know, then you don't know. Hey, Aura. No, she say, nope, stay on the energy. I'm trying to tell you. But you guys, with these clients, main thing I want you guys to do, I wrote some down, because y'all know I'll go off on the tangent just like I just did. I can't help it. That's all I know. But I want you to review who you're working with now, right? Are you happy with that kind of client? And you got to really realize why you are or are not happy with that kind of client. So if you are not happy with that kind of client, why? Do y'all tell me some, let me read these comments. Tell me in the comments, like, what is it in your life, or in your business rather, because but we can talk about anything. We can talk about life, because it's motivation. It's not business tip Tuesday. This is Motivation Monday. So tell me in the comments, guys, like, what is it? So have you realized recently that some things need to change, and maybe you just don't know how to make the change, or maybe you're scared to make the change, or maybe you just don't know what's on the other side? I'm trying to tell you, at the end of the day, sometimes you just got to be open. Like they told me all day, faith. Woo, child. I'm trying to tell you, you just got to be open and have faith, and realize that at the end of the day, if you're not happy with whatever we're talking about, or whatever this just came to your mind, the only person that has the ability to change it is you. But if you keep operating in fear of the unknown, fear of what's on the other side, fear that you won't fail, fear that nothing's going to be over there, guess what? Then you're going to stick and stay exactly where you are, period. I'm a jumper, baby. And it's crazy, because it's like it's just have two sides to it, right? Sometimes some repercussions I got deal with, because I'm such a jumper. But then sometimes I am able to experience so much glory, baby, so much glory that I would not have been able to experience if I stayed wherever I was. So she said that was me. Hey, Mary. So yeah, if it's the wrong avatar, that's the thing. So if you know, I love it, Trina. Trina says she in a new place. Get it, baby. So, Murray, if you know it's the wrong client, what makes them the wrong client, though? The only way that you can really identify what the right client is, and who the right client is you have to know a couple of things. What is it about this kind of client you don't like? And it can't be that they don't want to pay, because that normally stems from other areas, or that normally comes from somewhere else. I could tell you exactly the kind of clients I don't work with. And guess what? It's everywhere. It's on my sales pages, it's on my website, because for one, you want people to read it. And if it's them, it will resonate with them. And then instead of me sitting here telling you, well, you're not a good fit, certain messages will just repel them anyway. This is like certain price tags. Certain price tags, they're like, can't afford that. Put it on the billboard, baby. Because if I'm trying to tell you, they'll recognize. If you say, like, for me, I don't work with lazy people. I don't. There's another thing is I don't work with people that want to do it by themselves, and it's funny because that was me so long ago. So that's pretty much like, I know what my things was, what held me back, or what wouldn't allow me to be successful faster. They were some of the things, not trying to do everything by myself, or not wanting to invest. Like, I don't work with those kind of people, because for one, mentally, they're at a place where I won't be able to serve them. You have to be open. You have to be eager to learn. It costs money, baby. It costs money. And if you want to do it the long way and figure it out all by yourself, I ain't the one for you. Come at Link Drink. What you talking about, Link Drink? I'm scared I decided to open. And geez, what started coming in is like lightning. Wow. Link Drink, what you talking about? I'm curious with that name. What you have a business with Link Drink Create? I like it. Tell me about that name. And then what did you decide to open? And I'm gonna tell you guys. So as I'm working, I told y'all guys this quarter, next quarter, I'm working on some other avenues, right? I'm adding to my income, my revenue streams, right? So I am going, hey Candace. So one of my biggest, and this was a jump. It was something, probably was an idea of mine a few months ago, but I really didn't entertain it. It was just one of them things like, oh yeah, that'd be dope. But now, you guys, I'm ready to jump into Airbnb. And so, you keep hearing all these stories, but I hear way more success stories than I'm hearing about horror stories. But at the end of the day, guess what? I will never know unless I put myself in position to just try it out. One thing about me, if you hear something come out my mouth, it ain't because somebody told me. Precious has been around the block a couple times. I'm just trying to tell you. So 9 times out of 10, it's because I've tried it. But until I try it, how will I know if it's going to work? Or how will I know if I like it? Or how would I know I want to drop that thing like I did event planning? You don't know until you try it. Don't be around here listening to everybody else, what they're saying. Some people just tell you certain things because they don't want you to be successful, or because they don't want you to be more successful than them. Let that one say again. D, that's a big one. That's a big one. D says people that's looking for something to complain about. Some people are just complaints, right? But that's not really stemming from, that's not really their thing. It's stemming from other areas in their life, or things that they're dealing with. And you got to realize that ain't you. It just ain't you. It's them. So I y'all know I talk about this everywhere in class. Soon as I get a red flag that you're gonna pluck my nerves, baby, I can't. I ain't doing that. So normally, that always, almost all the time. Wait a minute. That always, almost all the time. Y'all get what I'm saying? Happens when it comes to cheap clients, right? Because they're in a different mind space, and they're normally always trying to get something for nothing. And you got to know that going in, which is why you know that is not your client. However, you have to be prepared. Sometimes you just got to wait and really position your business and really do some things for you to be visible to the right client. It ain't going to just happen overnight, baby, because if they ain't seeing you today, it's a reason. That has nothing to do with them. It has everything to do with you. And then I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking about you, us, the community, everybody, any entrepreneur in the entrepreneurial space. So yeah, that's what I mean by that. It's like you have to realize where the pendulum is swinging, right? Like work with. And when I say be visible, you got to know what to say or where they are. You got to really be in the arena. You can't be shopping around. And I'm not going to use that, the one I use in class all the time. Let me think. Wait a minute. But if you are, I always, when I'm in class, use the scenario about the cereal boxes and things like that, right? So if it just should say that's what it is. When you're in a supermarket, there's tons of cereal boxes in the whole aisle, all the way up and down. I'd be having to go all the way to the other end just to find one I like. However, realize how many is competing for my attention. How many of them want me to grab them off the shelf and buy them, right? That's y'all. That might have me too. However, just look at some people you'll have walk the aisle and they'll get the great value frosted flakes. Then you have some go through the aisle, they get the $8 grape nuts or whatever they is. Right? So whole point is you have this whole row of different and various different levels of competition, but we're going to make you stand out to the people that you want to stand out to. Because everybody out there, but what are you saying or how are you making yourself attractive to where they want you? Thank you, Lick Dick. I appreciate it. Somebody got to walk to the end and grab me, boy. Thank you. Because when she get the jumping, it's no telling. It's no telling. The bread out. Y'all stop it. Stop it. Wait a minute. But I'm trying to tell you, Candace, she say, there you go, queen of the jump. You gotta jump. I'm trying to tell you. And guys, I spent 38 of my years, maybe 37. Maybe 36. Cause I did start jumping at around 36. That's when I think that's when I left my job. That's when it was just on like popcorn. But prior to then, it was 2016. So I was 36. Okay, so that's when I started jumping, right? And it just was on like popcorn because not to say every time I jumped, it turned out like amazing. Sometimes I jumped and fell flat on my face. However, I knew that wasn't it. The end. I told y'all my theory now, how I do things. Girl, did you die? You ain't die. You still here. You still kicking. But I take those experiences and it helps me. It helps me kind of move in a different way for my next experience or whatever the case may be. But at least for one thing, I can sit up here and say, I did it. I didn't like it. I transitioned it. I pivoted, whatever the case may be, or I stuck with it, right? Like when I got in this thing, event plan, I was like, oh, yeah, that's the thing to do. Let it be. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm like, hold on. You think I ain't feel like a failure at that point? I already left the job. Okay? So the pressure was on like popcorn. Pressure was on. However, I had to get in that space to really think of the things I loved about my business and to think about the things I didn't love about my business and change and pivot or do whatever case, whatever I needed to do, which is exactly what I did. And I keep that same strategy in everything I do, right? Because at the end of the day, the only thing I can say as of today, realistically, that I won't jump and do is like some stuff I'm truly scared of, like skydiving. I ain't doing that. One day, maybe, but not today. That may be a 2022 thing, right? Because, guys, my faith is still growing. And somebody told me today, woo, child, they told me today that you only need an ounce of faith. And I had an ounce around that time. So right now, I probably got like a gallon. But guess what? It's still growing. So when I get to that level, when I could do the skydiving, I will. But I ain't there yet. Right now, I'm at gallon size jumping. So that's what I do. You got to stay in your lane, folks. Stay in your lane. Oh, that's Cheryl. That is Cheryl. Cheryl says, people chirp the loudest and the hardest. Whoa, child. Because they think they got something to say. Why are you listening to them, girl? You should be so tuned out that you don't even hear it. I don't hear the chirping in the loud talk too much anymore. I really don't. But you got to do things, like I said, to repel them. Your business got to be a way where they know they can't approach it unless, it's just not attractive to them. It's attractive now. You're talking to a totally different clientele, right? Totally, the language is different. The experience is different. Your verbiage is different because how you talk to someone, that bargain basement Betty, y'all know that's my term. How you talk to her is going to be totally different How you talk to Sam over here that got a 6-figure income, that she just ready to cut the check. The language is going to be different. So you're not going to sit over here and have to write out a detailed line item invoice and try and coerce her into believing in your business or whatever. You ain't got to do all that, because 9 times out of 10, one thing I know about those guys, they do their research, right? Or if they ain't got time to do it, they have somebody else do it, and then they just write the check. You in New York, Nakia? You never know. That's right, Keisha. You never know till you jump. But that's what I wrote for. So today I was supposed to talk about ideal clients and really figuring out what it is about them that you don't like. And when I say that, guys, I'm telling you, get so focused that you can actually write it out. I mean, and that's what helps me, writing it out. And every time I go through an experience and it's something I don't like, I write it down. So this is a trait that I know to eliminate, or I know to put in my box of people I don't work with. And then when I have an experience and it's amazing, I write that in my box of people I love to work with, because that way I'm able to build up my avatars, right? So when I'm creating my copy, when I'm creating my landing pages, when I'm creating my programs, it'll tell you, if y'all saw on my page, it'll tell you this program is not for, or if you struggle, it'll tell you exactly who it's not for. So you have to be clean. You have to be knowledgeable and who you want to work with. And that's exactly, especially for us that's doing service. Well, I don't do service too much more, but especially for service-based businesses, because that's a relationship, right? That's one thing I didn't love about wedding planning. The relationship is too long. My attention span is not that great. It's not that great. I'm just being honest. Really, Trina? Well, you kind of got, I know, that's what I just said, Celeste. Trina, you're going to have to, just what Celeste said, those kind of people you stay away from. I just said it earlier. Some people will sit up there and just beat you down just because, they know the complete opposite of what they say, right? They can say, well, yeah, you're not going to be successful with this, or I had somebody tell me I need to stick to draping. Like, I don't, what did she say? Something about coaching. For one, she's never been coached by me or anything like that. So it was like, you need to stick to draping. I say, girl, do you know? Oh, I didn't say this because I don't respond to that kind of ignorance. But I'm saying to myself, like, she just don't know all this lusciousness over here. Like, it's way more, it's so many different facets to Precious Stevens, the brand. I just laughed, because that's really what made me launch my entire coaching program. Because it just, like, when you just got to take that kind of stuff and channel it. And if you don't, like for me, if I don't, it's like sometimes I can tend to believe, you tend to believe what people say, especially if they kind of beat you over the head with it. But if you're not strong enough to mentally challenge, you're like, I can do this. That's why y'all hear me say I'm dope all the time, because it took me a long time to really believe it to the magnitude that I do today, which is why my expectations are on point, because I'm not going to allow nobody to do to me what I know I'm not going to do to them. Well, I'm not going to allow nobody to treat me or mistreat me in a way that I know I wouldn't do. So it's like, Trina, where's she at now? Trina, you keep on pushing, baby. You keep on pushing. Rome ain't built, in a day. But I'm just telling you guys, like, really, this is Monday. It's dreary outside, but thanks to you guys, I feel much better, much better. I have a ton of work to do. I will be back here tomorrow, because tomorrow we've specifically talking about how to build out a client avatar, right? Because that's important. Y'all hear me talk about it often, because the more clear you are on who you serve or who you want to work with, you'll start knowing what to post. You'll start knowing what to create. You'll start knowing so much more and how to move in your business. Right now, like, if it's like you're just doing this and you're doing that because it's something you want to do, well, who validated that? Who said it was a good idea? Did you validate and see if it's that's what the people want, baby? Trina, you already made it. Stop saying stop saying that, Trina. See, that's that stinking thinking. You've made it. You've made it, and making it by different people measure that different ways. Do I have goals? Do I have goals like I'm gonna be a millionaire one day? Of course. Now, because I really, it's real. I can see that it will happen. However, but as I stand today, and as I look at where I was 2 years ago, baby, I have made it. If my success don't carry any further than it goes today, I have kicked down so many doors in such a short amount of time. And I have I've helped people in such a dynamic way. I would be satisfied if my business crumbled today. I would, because I did so many things I didn't think I could do. And I was able to provide myself the freedom that I'm looking for, right? So it depends on how you measure success. I don't measure it based on money. I measure it that I can get up and do whatever I want to do in the course of that day, right? I'm not one of those, I am a workaholic, but I'm a chillaholic too. I am, but I don't want to become like some people who is so driven by success, but they don't even live life. And I'm like, no, I can't do that. I can't, because then I get antsy, I get fidgety. I was like, why am I working so hard? No. I like that, Keisha. There we go. Because you made it. You just ready to fly, ready to soar, ready to take off, ready to grow, ready to scale. So many people want to be where you guys are today. I'm trying to tell you, so many people can't even fathom leaving their job. So many people can't even fathom starting a business. So many people can't even fathom just living in their purpose because they don't even know what it is. So I'm trying to tell you guys, pat yourselves on the back because you have come a long way. We all have. And this is not the end of your journey. I know this ain't the end of mine. This is just one of them days. Thank you, Link. Drink. Wait, Link, you gotta tell me your name. I need to know your name. So when I see Link, Drink, Create, that's a catchy name too. I like that. I like that. When I see that, I'm gonna know exactly who you are. Like now, I know Miss Focus is Keisha. I know it. Graphic Affairs, that's my girl Cindy. I know it. Thank you, Trish. See, I told you guys I didn't want to come on today because I'm in my own little funk. But you got to realize that life ain't about you. And, a lot of things that I do, it's not about me. It's really about people I serve. So at the end of the day, I'm glad, Trish, that you got something out of what I said. It makes me feel, like I showed up. I kept my word. I said I would be here. And no matter what I have going on, I still, because my cup got filled up a little bit earlier with y'all. Y'all send me all those nice old affirmations, and I love it. I love it. I love it. When I turn to you guys, it's because I do get the pour that you guys give back to me. I need it. I do, because I just do. I'm human, and you pour and you pour and you pour and you pour, and then you just go through life, and it's like, what the heck? So thank you guys, y'all rock. Say it again, Cheryl. See, I know Cheryl is a touch of hope. Your gifts will make room for you guys. I'm trying to tell you. The money itself is only the tool. You got to really think, what do you really want in life? I want freedom. I want to be able to call my kids up, hand them some keys and say, here you go. Or hand them an investment property, say, here you go, right? I want to be able to change our family's trajectory and break generational curses. If I didn't have that desire, what I'm doing, it doesn't have a purpose, right? It doesn't have a purpose. So that's why I say it's never measured by money. Everything I do, how I price my stuff, everything is attached to my goal. I have a goal. I have a couple of them before I leave here that I must exercise. And the only way I'm going to do that is by being consistent, living in my purpose, and sharing my gifts. Everything else just comes. It just comes. So I thank you guys. I thank you. She said the traditional rat race. Crystal! I love you, Crystal. I haven't been able to log in for a long time, but happy I got to be here today because I needed to hear this. Thank you, Crystal. I needed you to be here. I needed you to hold me accountable to be here because I feel amazing. The rest of my evening is going to go great. I know it is, because guess what? I'm going to make sure it goes great. I'm going to stay in a positive mind frame. I'm going to do some positive things. I'm going to be productive here at work, focus on my next 3 things that I got to tackle, and I'm going to be out of here. And unfortunately, it's cloudy, but guess what? Without the clouds, I wouldn't have nothing to look at when I'm flying. I gotta go, guys, so I can get some work done. Thank you for being here with me today. Again, like I said, tomorrow we will have a direct conversation about how to exactly put together your client. Tell you it's going to change everything for you. So join me tomorrow, same place, same time, Eastern Standard Time, 12 noon, maybe 12:01 if I have some light problems, but I'll be here. Bye, guys. Love you.